एडिशन रिएक्शंस का, दैट इज एडिशन ऑफ हाइलाइट आयंस टू कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड्स। जो फास्फोरस हाइलाइट को हम ऐड करते हैं तो फास्फोरस हाइलाइट का एडिशन वो कहलाता है विटिक रिएक्शन। उस रिएक्शंस को हम देखते हैं आज आगे कैसे होता है। So next example is addition of halide ions। कोई भी ऐसा स्पीसीज जिसमें एडजेसेंट पोजीशन पर ऑलराइट चार्ज स्पीसीज ऑपोजिट चार्ज हो, एडजेसेंट पोजीशन पे अपोजिट चार्ज हो, उसको क्या बोलेंगे? हाइलाइड आयंस। जैसे अब अगर बोलते हैं कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड्स, कोई भी अल्डिहाइड और कीटोन्स, इसको अगर ट्राइफिनाइल फॉस्फीन एंड अल्काइल हैलाइड से ट्रीट किया जाए, लेट्स से CH3CH2X से ट्रीट किया जाए in presence of base, organic base, let's say butyl lithium हमने ले लिया C4H9Li। so in presence of base ये क्या बनेगा? ये C कार्बन, ये कार्बन इस कार्बन से डबल बॉन्ड से जुड़ जाएगा, दिस डबल बॉन्ड, और ये कार्बन हम जोड़ देंगे तो ये हो जाएगा C। ठीक है, यहां से H निकला, यहां से X निकला, तो ये बच गया CH, then CH3। so the product में हमें क्या मिल रहा है? ये what is this? This is alkene। अल्कीन है एक नया कार्बन चेन के साथ, इसलिए इस रिएक्शंस को हम क्या बोलते हैं? इस रिएक्शंस का नाम है विटिक रिएक्शन। इसको बोलते हैं विटिक रिएक्शन। ठीक है, सो कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड्स को जब ट्राइफिनाइल फॉस्फीन एंड अल्काइल लाइट से ट्रीट किया जाए किसी ऑर्गेनिक बेस के प्रेजेंस में, स्ट्रॉन्ग बेस के प्रेजेंस में, then it forms carbon to carbon multiple bond over there, so new multiple bond is being created and the reaction is called as Wittig reaction। इस reactions की पूरी mechanism अगर देख लें, so mechanism of this reaction अगर चेक करें तो क्या होता है देखते हैं। so triphenyl phosphine PPH3 जिसके पास एक लोन पेयर है, अल्काइल हैलाइड प्राइमरी और सेकेंडरी नेचर का होना चाहिए। so let's say we have CH2X, this lone pair approaches to this carbon, X minus will go out, this will become CH3, CH2 and PPH3 plus। अब ये PPH3 plus के बगल वाला कार्बन एसिडिक कार्बन है, अगर इसको हम बेस से C4H9Li से ट्रीट करें, this is plus and this is minus, they will abstract this proton becoming C4H10 and this will become CH3 CH minus PPH3 plus। इस पर्टिकुलर स्पीसीज का नाम है फास्फोरस आइलाइड। फास्फोरस आइलाइड, फास्फोरस आइलाइड को कॉमनली फास्फोरेन भी बोलते हैं, कॉमनली फास्फोरेन बोलते हैं। सो दिस इज फास्फोरस आइलाइड। अब ये फास्फोरस आइलाइड जिसमें नेगेटिव चार्ज है, ये फास्फोरस आइलाइड में ऑलराइट negative charge is getting stabilized by the formation of bond, because phosphorus is having vacancy at their d orbitals, so there will be CH double bond PPH3। इसको हम इस तरह से न्यूट्रल कंपाउंड के फॉर्म में भी लिख सकते हैं। so this structure as well as this structure, but ultimately this carbon is having negative charge, so कार्बन के पास नेगेटिव चार्ज डेंसिटी है, तो कार्बोनिल कंपाउंड कोई भी लिया, अल्डिहाइड और कीटोन्स, any aldehyde, any ketones, no problem, then it reacts with CH minus CH3, alright, then PPH3 plus, this phosphorus halide ions, this negative charge approaches to this carbonyl compound, this bond is getting transferred। ये क्या होगा देखो, कार्बन इसके पास O माइनस और इससे लगने वाला ग्रुप CH जिसमें लगा हुआ PPH3 प्लस और यहाँ पे CH3। अब ये नेगेटिव चार्ज इस प्लस को डोनेट करेगा, देन इट फॉर्म्स C, यहाँ पे O, CH, PPH3 and over here CH3। This ring is called as oxo or oxaphosphatane. ठीक है. This is four-membered ring which is strained ring, easily undergo rupturing. ये रप्चर होगा, ये बॉन्ड यहाँ शिफ्ट होगा, ये बॉन्ड यहाँ शिफ्ट होगा. क्या बन जाएगा? कार्बन कार्बन डबल बॉन्ड CH एंड CH3. सो बनने वाला कंपाउंड अल्कीन. बनने वाला कंपाउंड अल्कीन. इस रिएक्शन को क्या बोलते हैं? विटिग रिएक्शन. कॉपी कर लो. ओवर. ओके. आगे इसके हम लोग डिफरेंट रिएक्शंस देखते हैं. ये क्या बन गया? ऑक्साफॉस्फेटेन. फॉस्फेटेन. दिस इज फॉस्फोरेन. ठीक है. मान लो लेट्स से हमारे पास बेंजल्डिहाइड हो. इसके साथ अपन रिएक्शन कराते हैं CH3 CHBr CH3 का in presence of PPH3 and let's say we have C4H9Li. क्या हो जाएगा? C डबल बॉन्ड C और इससे लगा हुआ दो मिथाइल ग्रुप. बाकी क्या निकल गए? P डबल बॉन्ड O PH3. ठीक है. इससे लगा हुआ हाइड्रोजन. दैट इज अंडरस्टूड फैक्ट. सिमिलरली अगर मान लो हमारे पास कुछ ऐसा हो, इसके साथ सिमिलर रिएजेंट लेट्स से CH2Br PPH3 C4H9Li. क्या बन जाएगा? PHCPH डबल बॉन्ड CH PH प्लस P डबल बॉन्ड O PH3. ओके. अब अगर मान लो नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन देखते हैं. इंस्टेड ऑफ फास्फोरस हाइलाइड अगर हम लोग सल्फर हाइलाइड लेकर रिएक्शंस कराएं तो क्या होगा? बाय यूजिंग सल्फर हाइलाइड PHC डबल बॉन्ड OH प्लस CH2 minus SCH3 taken twice. This is plus. That is सल्फर हाइलाइड. अगर सल्फर हाइलाइड की रिएक्शंस कराएं तो रिएक्शन देखते हैं क्या होगा. ये इस पर अप्रोच किया, ये बॉन्ड ट्रांसफर PHC O minus, over here hydrogen, CH2, SCH3, taken twice, this is plus. So ये गुड लिविंग ग्रुप का भी काम करेगा. ये नेगेटिव चार्ज अगर इस कार्बन को अप्रोच करे तो ये बॉन्ड ट्रांसफर्ड, ये क्या हो जाएगा, यहां से निकलने वाला ग्रुप CH3 डाइमिथाइल सल्फाइड और बनने वाला कंपाउंड PHCH CH2O, that is epoxide. Then it forms corresponding epoxide. ओके, नेक्स्ट रिएक्शन में देखें. लेट्स से वी हैव डबल बॉन्ड O, डबल बॉन्ड O, इसके साथ हम डाइमिथाइल सल्फोक्साइड की रिएक्शन करा दें. CH3 CH2 Br के साथ इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ ब्यूटाइल लिथियम. तो क्या होगा, ये लोन पेयर इस कार्बन को अप्रोच किया, ये बॉन्ड ट्रांसफर, तो ये क्या बनेगा, CH3 S डबल बॉन्ड O CH3, यहां से लगा हुआ CH2 CH3, this is plus. This reacts with butyl lithium, so this hydrogen is eliminated. This will become CH3 S double bond O CH3. At this place we have CH3, this is minus. Now this minus approaches to ketonic part of cyclohexane. So this negative charge approaches to them, this bond is transferred. This will become over here O minus. At this place we have CH3, and this is attached with sulfur. There is sulfur plus charge over here. Sulfur double bond O CH3, this is plus. This negative charge approaches to this carbon, this bond is transferred, becoming O CH3 plus CH3S double bond O CH3. So it forms this compound. Do the reaction, do the copy of this. Okay. Next reaction is addition of diazomethane. Addition of diazomethane. Let's say we have RC double bond OH, diazomethane CH2 and triple bond N, this is plus. Okay, this is plus. CH2 minus and triple bond N plus, diazomethane. This negative charge approaches to this carbon, this bond is transferred, becoming RCO minus CH2 and triple bond N, this is plus. Okay. Now there are two possibilities. One is this negative charge may approach us to this carbon, this bond is transferred. So it will become RC CH2 O and H. Okay. If this another possibility is if negative charge approaches back to this carbon, R and H, whichever is better migrating group, they will be eliminated. And R minus H minus can be easily eliminated to this bond is transferred. So the structure will become RC double bond O CH3 plus nitrogen gas is eliminated. Over here also nitrogen gas is eliminated. So formation of epoxide as well as ketone takes place in this reaction. Okay. Similarly, suppose we have cyclohexanone, alright, and over here methyl group. This reacts with CH2 and triple bond, and this is plus, this is minus. So this approaches to this bond is transferred, becoming what? Over here CH3, at this place O minus, at this place CH2 and triple bond N, this is plus. Again there are two different possibilities. So one way is, let's say the first process. In first process, CH3 at this place, O minus, over here CH2 and triple bond N, this is plus. This negative charge returned back to this, and whichever is good migrating group, obviously this side is good migrating group, approaches to this carbon, this bond is transferred. So the product formed is what we did, over here minus and over here plus. So this carbon is now attached with another carbon, CH2. So we have CH3, C, and this is attached with another carbon, CH2. This will be like this. Okay, and at this place there is a double bond O. Now see, earlier it was having 6 membered. When this bond is getting transferred over there, so this carbon is now attached to this, and this carbon is attached to this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So formation of 7-membered ring takes place by the elimination of nitrogen gas. Another possibility is, another possibility, second one, that is what? So this negative charge will form epoxide there. Now the question in your mind is, which is their major product? Of course, the ketone or aldehyde which is being formed back is the major product, because carbon dioxide double bond is stable bond, and the substrate will tends to, everybody tends to retain their stability. So everybody will tends to retain their stability, and therefore CH2O, CH2 this, and elimination of nitrogen gas takes place. So all the substrate will have tendency to retain their stability, and this will have also the tendency to retain their carbon dioxide double bond, and to retain their carbon dioxide double bond, of course this double bond carbonyl compound formation is a major product. Over here also, this can be classified as major product, this can be classified as minor product. Again, this can be classified as minor, and this can be classified as major. That is addition of diazomethane on aldehyde and ketones. So do the copy of this first. Over. Okay. Now I am going to rub all the things. I am going to rub the things completely now. नेक्स्ट हम लोग देखते हैं, नेक्स्ट इज दैट इज एडिशन ऑफ हाइड्रोजोइक एसिड. दिस इज व्हाट? हाइड्रोजोइक एसिड. हाइड्रोजोइक एसिड. Addition of hydrozoic acid, and this reaction is called as Schmidt reaction. This reaction is called as Schmidt reaction. What is there? Let's say we have taken ketone. Let's say we have RCr double bond O. So when ketone is added with hydrozoic acid N3H, N3H is HN3H, like this can be written as plus minus. Okay, so N3H is having like this, or this can be written at your convenience. N double bond N, there is hydrogen. This nitrogen has completed their valency, exceeded their valency, becoming plus, and over here minus. Same thing. So this N3H, this bond is being transferred, this bond is being transferred. Okay, so this can be written as nitrogen triple bond nitrogen, single bond nitrogen minus and H. Okay, this nitrogen is plus. This N3H is hydrozoic acid. We are going to add this hydrozoic acid. So this negative charge approaches to this carbonyl compound. This bond is transferred. This will become RCr over here O minus, At this place we have nitrogen, single bond nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, this is plus, over here hydrogen, this is like this. Okay, further what will happen? See, this negative charge will accept this H plus, this bond is transferred. This will become RCR over here, OH at this place, N minus single bond nitrogen, double bond nitrogen, this is plus. Alright, this minus, further in presence of H plus, alright, in acid, so this undergo protonation, becoming RCR over here, OH2 plus. At this place, nitrogen, single bond nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, this is plus. Now, there is negative charge, this approaches to lone this carbon, this bond is getting transferred. So this will become RCR over here, double bond N, single bond N, triple bond N, this is plus. Okay, so now, alright, so this bond is transferred, this will become like this. Now, on this nitrogen, this N2 plus is the group which is attached, which is very good Levy group. So therefore, this nitrogen is, alright, electron deficient, partially charged nitrogen. Whichever is good migrating in nature, they will migrate to this nitrogen which is called as nitrene. This bond is getting transferred. So this will become CR, this is plus, there is double bond N and N2 plus is detached, this will become R. This followed by the hydrolysis H2O, H2O approaches to them, this will become over here from this place N2 gas is eliminated. That is the driving force for the reaction. So there is intramolecular rearrangement takes place where intramolecular shifting of alkyl or aryl group takes place whichever is having higher migratory aptitude. So this will become RC double bond N R, and on this carbon there is OH2 plus. Okay, so that this nitrogen will protonate this and this bond is getting transferred. This will become RC OH, okay, double bond NH plus over here R. Now this lone pair will shift back to this carbon. This bond is transferred towards nitrogen. This will become RC double bond O, H plus is eliminated, becoming NHR. What is this? N substituted amide. So when ketone reacts with hydroxylic acid in acidic medium followed by hydrolysis, it forms corresponding amide, and this reaction is called as Schmidt reaction. So mind it, in Schmidt reaction what is going to be formed? N substituted amide is formed. If N substituted amide is further subjected for the reduction by the use of lithium aluminum hydride, it will give secondary amine. So this can be used, this method can be used for the preparation of secondary amide, isn't it? So the secondary amide can be prepared back by using reducing agent as lithium aluminum hydride in ether followed by hydrolysis. So what it forms RCH2 NHR. Now if we have asymmetric ketone, R and R dash will be different. So whichever will have higher migratory aptitude, that group will migrate. And since there is intramolecular migration, so in intramolecular migration, this migration of R alkyl group and elimination of nitrogen takes place simultaneously in concerted mechanism. So that this intramolecular migration, their configuration, if chirality of this migratory group is being retained by them. So there is no change in their chirality. There is no change in the configuration of migratory group. If migratory group is rectus in nature, even after migration, they will remain as rectus. So the chirality or configuration of that migrating group will be retained in all the intramolecular rearrangement, intramolecular shifting of this alkyl or aryl group. Do the copy. Shall I rub this? Okay. I hope you understood the mechanism. Okay. Now, let's say we have PHC double bond of CH3, and we use N3H in presence of H2SO4 concentrated. Then we'll have CH3C double bond O NH PH. So which group is getting migrated? Phenyl group. If we have CH3C CH3 CH3C double bond O CH2 CH3, it reacts with N3H in presence of concentrated acid. So which group among these two will migrate? This group. So the product is CH3CH2 C double bond O NH on this C CH3 CH3 CH3. If we take CH3 C double bond O H, we use hydroxylic acid in concentrated acid, sulfuric acid. What it forms? So which group will migrate? Hydrogen. If hydrogen will migrate, CH3 C double bond O NH hydrogen H. What is this? That is, earlier it was NH CH3, and now it is in place of NHCH3. It will become NH2. What is this? This is amide. Instead of formation of N substituted amide, it forms simply amide. Okay. If methyl group is migrated by them, so by the migrating methyl group, it will become HC double bond O NHCH3. This is formamide. But over here, this is the product which is formed as a major product. Again, if we take formaldehyde HC double bond OH, we use N3H in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. So what it forms? Hydrogen. Only one possibility is there to migrate hydrogen, and it becomes formamide NaHC double bond O NH2. Alright, now see, we'll focus their mechanism when HCHO undergo reaction with N3H. We'll see now. Hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen, N3H minus hydrogen. Then after there is nitrogen, triple bond nitrogen, this is plus. And now this nitrogen approaches to them, this bond is transferred, becoming hydrogen, carbon, O minus. On this case, there is hydrogen, over here nitrogen, hydrogen, this is having lone pair, nitrogen, triple bond, nitrogen, this is plus. This minus approaches to this bond is transferred, becoming hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen over here, O minus becoming OH at this place, N, single bond N, alright, then triple bond N, this is plus, over here minus. So this will become OH2 plus, this will go out, and this structure will be HCH, double bond N, single bond N, and this is triple bond. Okay, now if it forms this H minus is migrated, this H minus is migrated, this bond is transferred. Okay, what it forms? HC double bond N over here H, N2 gas is eliminated. This carbon is having nitrogen plus charge. Okay, this plus charge is being stabilized by the alpha effect of nitrogen. Understood? So now this lone pair is being stabilized by the alpha effect. If it is being stabilized by the alpha effect, this will become HC triple bond N H, this is plus. This bond is being transferred, becoming HC triple bond N, and H plus is eliminated. So instead of hydrolysis, they will form corresponding hydrogen cyanide. And for your kind information, this is the major product. So when formaldehyde undergo reaction with hydrozoic acid instead of amide, they will form HCN as a major product. They will form HCN as a major product. Understood? Clear? Alright. Alright? Okay. Now, see. Next reaction is addition of PCl5. Addition of PCl5. Addition of PCl5. So when aldehyde ketone added with PCl5, what it forms? PCl5. It is Lewis acid, and this is being electron pair is being given to them in their vacant d orbitals, becoming C double bond O attached with PCl5. This is minus, this is plus. Eliminated Cl minus, becoming C double bond O over here PCl4. This is plus. This is now Cl minus is there as a nucleophile, approaches to this carbon, causes the shifting of this bond towards oxygen, becoming carbon chlorine at this place O PCl4. Again there is vacancy at their d orbitals, lone pair is here. This is given to them to form P5D5 bond. This will become carbon carbon chlorine over here oxygen double bond PCl4. This is minus and plus. Further they will lose Cl minus to neutralize them, becoming C Cl over here O double bond PCl3. This oxygen is plus. Now again we have a nucleophile Cl minus, and POCl3 is a very good leaving group. So Cl minus approaches to this carbon from their backside, causes the elimination of this leaving group, becoming C over here Cl at this plus Cl plus elimination of POCl3. That is POCl3 is eliminated from this reaction, and it forms what? It forms geminal dihalide. So it forms geminal dihalide. Geminal dihalide. It forms corresponding geminal dihalide. Alright, completed. Alright. So this is all about an example of nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. So far we did in aldehyde ketones, we did about the nucleophilic addition reactions, we did nucleophilic addition elimination reactions. And as you know, we have divided their reactions into different categories. One was nucleophilic addition reaction, other was nucleophilic addition elimination reaction, other was oxidation reaction, then reduction reaction, and then after reactions due to presence or absence of alpha hydrogen. So these are the reactions of aldehyde and ketones basically. Alright, if you know the reactions of aldehyde and ketones and we have categorized into following 5 types, we can easily identify which type of reactions are going to be there, which type of reactions will take place in presence of this particular reagent. Alright. So the reactions are being classified into 5 types itself, 5 categories. One is nucleophilic addition in presence of nucleophile, other is nucleophilic addition elimination, third is oxidation, fourth is reduction, and fifth is reactions either due to presence or absence of alpha hydrogen. Now we'll move to the third category of the reaction, that is what? Oxidation reaction. Oxidation reaction of aldehyde and ketones. So if you see the oxidation reaction of aldehyde and ketones, we have studied oxidation reaction earlier itself during the oxidation of alcohol, alright, and methods of preparation of aldehyde and ketones. Again we will see the oxidation of now aldehyde or ketones, and the oxidation of aldehyde ketones creates the formation of the next oxidized state, that is carboxylic acid. Alright, alcohol to aldehyde, aldehyde to carboxylic acid. This is oxidation, and carboxylic acid to carbon dioxide and water. Simple. So, aldehyde ketones undergo oxidation by the use of various oxidizing agents, several oxidizing agents, to form corresponding carboxylic acid or carbon dioxide, depending upon the nature of reagent, depending upon the nature of oxidizing agent as well as structure of aldehyde ketones we have used. So write down, alright, aldehyde ketones gets oxidized, in presence of various oxidizing agent, to form corresponding oxidized product, depending upon the nature of oxidizing agent, and structure of aldehyde and ketones. Nature of oxidizing agent and structure of aldehyde and ketones. Like for example, first, by the use of potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 in acidic medium H2SO4 concentrated. By the use of potassium dichromate in H2SO4 solution, aldehyde can easily get oxidized to corresponding carboxylic acid. If we take aldehyde and by using K2Cr2O7 acidic solution, alright, they gets converted to corresponding carboxylic acids RCOH. If it is ketone is reluctant for their oxidation and their rate of reaction is very slow. So they are, under drastic condition only they undergo oxidation because there is a cleavage of carbon to carbon bond. Over here they causes cleavage of carbon to hydrogen bond. So under ordinary conditions, if we take ordinary conditions, there will be no reaction. Simply no oxidation. But if we take drastic conditions, मतलब जिद भी कर दिया हमने करना ही करना है, हमारे जिद के आगे तो भगवान भी, alright, आ जाते हैं, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा आर सी डबल बॉन्ड ओ एच प्लस दूसरा पार्ट आर है वो भी कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा किसमें आर सी डबल बॉन्ड ओ एच, बिकॉज इट वाज आर ओ एच एंड इट वाज R dash, or simply we can say RH, which is converted to R dash CHO, then R dash COH. Where now over here R dash is smaller than R. What does it mean actually? See. Suppose we will take CH3, CH2, C double bond O CH3, CH2, CH3, and we use Cr2O7 in H plus. So this will break into H2Cr4, that is oxidizing agent. They will oxidize them. So this part is converted to CH3, C double bond OH, sorry, CH2 and CH3. So this part is converted to carboxylic acid, no problem. This part is converted to alcoholic part, CH3, CH2H. This is further gets oxidized to CH3, C double bond O, H. This gets oxidized further to CH3, C double bond OH. So of course in this acid and in this acid, this part was R. And this is R dash. Earlier we have taken R. Alright. And now we have acid with R and R dash. So it forms corresponding mixture of carboxylic acid. It forms mixture of carboxylic acid. Now, another example. If we take Cr2O7 in acidic medium, this bond undergo cleavage. C double bond OH plus this part is converted finally to CH3OH and then to HC double bond OH, then to HC double bond OH. Alright, so this oxidation of ketone involves the cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond. So write down note. First point. Oxidation of ketone causes the cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond. Cleavage carbon to carbon sigma bond. Next point. Cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond takes place according to Popov's rule. Takes place according to Popov's rule. Takes place according to Popov's rule. Which states that Popov states that in asymmetric ketones, cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond during oxidation takes place in such a way that cleavage of carbon to carbon sigma bond during oxidation takes place in such a way that lighter alkyl group is being retained by ketonic group is being retained by the lighter alkyl group. Ketonic group is being retained by the lighter alkyl group. Ketonic group is being retained by the lighter alkyl group. Ketonic group is being retained by the lighter alkyl group. Lighter alkyl group. Alright. See, like for example, suppose we have CH3, CH2, C double bond O, CH3. If you use oxidation by the use of any other oxidizing agent, so which bond undergo cleavage? Suppose we have taken Cr2O7, 2 minus and H plus as oxidizing agent. Another, suppose we have CH3, CH, CH3. At this place C double bond O, CH3. During oxidation, which bond undergo cleavage? Similarly, we have C double bond O, CH3. During oxidation, which bond undergo cleavage? PH C double bond O, CH2, CH3 during oxidation. Next is PH C double bond O, PH. Over here at this place para NO2. Okay, during oxidation. Over here now there is C double bond O. Another structure is like this. At this place NO2 and at this place there is OH. During oxidation, what will happen to them? Okay. Similarly, if we take another example like ketone, during oxidation, what will happen? Another example, we'll do it at this place. Another example will do. During oxidation, what will happen? Okay. Alright, now see, if you see over here, this is lateral alkyl group, so ketonic part is being retained. Over here, ketonic part is being retained. Over here, ketonic part is being retained. At this place, ketonic part is being retained by phenyl group because double bond character. Over here, both the phenol is having double bond character, but at this place, NO2 group is there. And NO2 group will create plus charge at this position, and therefore plus charge at this position there will be no delocalization. Delocalization is being checked, so this bond is undergo cleavage like this. Over here also this ketonic group is being retained by this group. Okay, so over here this bond undergo cleavage. Over here this bond undergo cleavage. Over here this bond undergo cleavage. Alright, now do their product. Their product is CH3, C double bond O, OH plus CH3. This part also will become C double bond O, OH. If this carbon is labeled carbon, this carbon is labeled carbon. Okay. Similarly over here, CH3, C double bond O, OH plus this part becomes CH3, C double bond O, CH3. This will be CH3, C double bond O, OH plus this part becomes like OH and further gets oxidized to ketone. This part will become PHC double bond O, OH plus CH3, C double bond O, OH. At this place, PHC double bond O, OH plus benzene ring. Over here, OH. At this place, NO2. Over here, what we can say? One ring is para-hydroxy, alright, benzoic acid. Other ring will become para-nitrophenol. Over here, it forms C double bond OH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, double bond O and OH. At this place, double bond O, OH, CH3 over here, double bond. And this place again, double bond O and OH, over here double bond. At this place, double bond O, CH, CH3, CH3. This is the product. Do the copy. Alright, next it was oxidation by the use of potassium dichromate solution K2Cr27 in acidic or alkaline medium. Okay, acidic medium, not in alkaline medium. Next reagent we'll use, that is by the use of potassium permanganate solution in acidic or alkaline medium. Okay. So next reaction is by the use of potassium permanganate in acidic or alkaline medium. See how reaction will take place. Second reagent is by the use of acidic or alkaline KMnO4 solution. This is hot. And you know that Already I have discussed about this KMnO4. Alright, KMnO4 solutions in acidic or alkaline medium. Alright. So about this reaction we'll do in next video. Alright. In this video, after this, the next video we'll do this reaction by the use of alkaline acidic or alkaline KMnO4 solution. Thank you very much. Thank you.